What would you change? What
Sorry.
would you change for them or for me or whoever comes to you? What would you change for them? Or what would you recommend?
Well, I guess, yeah, I guess it matters how much, yeah, what kind of life they had. I mean, if I could get somebody someday, I don't, yeah, you want to come to my land, I'll make sure you lose that because you're just going to live off of,
Okay, you change
food.
the
You're going to live
environment.
off food. I mean, so, environment, 100% environment. I don't know. I mean, I mean, best case scenario, yeah, come to somewhere like here where it's, you can only eat, go ahead, eat as much as you want. Eat, you just get, but it's leaves and fruits and some vegetables and you know, raw or lightly steamed and cooked or even baked and fried even in some cases. But so if they needed a chaperone, then they need a chaperone, or maybe they'd uh I think one thing with willpower would be seeing other people struggle, and unfortunately, I mean, it's always easier to make it through. I just remember this one time on a bus in wrestling. I'm not claustrophobic, but I think anybody at some point has the feeling of claustrophobia. We do these dog piles on the bus, and I was like under a seat, and there's just everybody on there, and I was at the very bottom, and I was just like, I just had to stop and meditate. I couldn't move at all. I could barely breathe, but I could, if I would have freaked out, I wouldn't have been able to breathe. I could, and then I could suffocate. It would take a while. It would take a long time for everybody to get out. And if I'm the one that panics, basically, I knew that there's another guy. I won't call him out by name, but I knew he was going to panic first. So I just held out, and I knew once somebody panicked that they would slowly come off, but I knew it would take a couple minutes before they got out, and I didn't want to risk the possibility of losing oxygen in my panic mode. So the purpose is, the point is, it would be very difficult. One person in an environment where they're the only one going through it. So best case scenario would be some sort of I mean, it could be one-on-one. I could do it one-on-one. But it might be hard because they'd see me doing it, but they'd be like, "Oh, okay, but you're skinny or something," which I'm not actually skinny, but compared to them or something. But or in the case of like, that's why it's always like stretching. People see me stretch and they're like, "Oh, you're just stretching because you're flexible." It's the other way around.